This is Clarence Hill and Shereen Williams coming to you from AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys won a playoff game. Comeback fashion, dramatic fashion. Their first playoff win since 2009. It will send them to Green Bay for a divisional playoff game, the first playoff game in Green Bay for this Cowboys team since the 1967 Ice Bowl.
It was fun here today, Clarence. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw the Lions were the better team in the first half. The Cowboys were the better team in the second half. And when all was said and done, I think we saw a terrific football game that could have gone either way. But hats off to the Cowboys for being aggressive with the fourth down call, 4th and 7, and the throw to Witten was just money by Tony Romo. And he played like he has played all season. He got it done when he had to get it done.
There's no doubt there's two themes on that play. Jason Garrett has been an aggressive play crawler throughout the playoffs. He went 10 cup on us in the post-game press conference. He talked about when you're playing at the Master, you don't lay it up, you go for it. And he's been going for it. He had the onside kick, against the Redskins in the season finale. He's gone for it in a number of other games. And on that 4th and 6, it was 6 minutes left in the game. He could have easily punted the ball and played defense and did what most coaches would do. But no, he wanted to win the game and seize the game right there.
So the 4th and 6 route that you ran,
yeah,
gave him a little shake to the outside?
Yeah, it was just Tony and I have done that for a long time. It's a little option route. He checked to it at the line. Gutsy call by Coach Garrett. I mean, he's been with us through it a lot. And for him to have confidence to be able to go for it, and then know that for Tony to get to that look and know that I was going to win and turn inside, just a big play. I mean, you live for these moments, and our careers have, the last 7-8 years together, Tony and I, we fought. We've been through everything together, and be able to complete that pass and convert there. I mean, that was big for our team.
That's big time, and for Witt to make that play, y'all don't even understand how much I love Witt as a person, man. I learned so much from this man, and like I said from day one, I give my all for him. And for him to do that, that's the play of the game to me. Him converting that first down, him and Tony connect like they've always been doing throughout their career. Man, that's big time. And to me, that's the play of the game. And we stayed behind him, and that's what we're going to continue to keep doing.
The Cowboys gave up a season-high 6 sacks, but most of them came early. They adjusted really to what the Detroit Lions did and what Ndamukong Suh brought to this game. Of course, suspended, unsuspended, and back and played a big part in this game.
There's no doubt, and let's be honest, a couple of them were cover sacks. Romo should have thrown the ball away or got rid of the ball, but, he held on the ball. What we thought were bad decisions from his point of view, he was not trying to make a mistake, and again, trying to live to play another day.
Can't go without mentioning DeMarcus Lawrence. The rookie has the fumble, has the game won, and what happens? He doesn't go to the ground, fumbles it again, but he redeemed himself. A huge play there at the end, the strip sack recovery that won the game, and you like to see that because you didn't want him to go out of this game as a GOAT just by not going down to the ground. A simple play, and they teach him, I know, in training camp and everywhere else we hear it, finish, pick it up, roll. And it's one time he should have gotten to the ground on that one.
Oh, there's no doubt. And bless his heart, he was so happy he got the sack and at the end of the game to make up for the mistake. But again, that goes back to Jason Garrett and the message he's preached all season about moving on to the next play and not letting one play beat you and seizing the moment you have and not getting. He's preached that message since day one when he took over this team when they were 1-7 midway through the 2010 season. Said that's done. Let's move on. All we care about is this practice, this play. Move on. He was an example of that. He made a bad play, but he did not get caught up into that. He stayed on the field and was at his best at the end of the game. And it's not just him, Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams had a pass interference penalty before the 76-yard touchdown. He did not let that pass interference penalty get him down where he couldn't focus on being his best in the next play. They kept the Cowboys in the game early in the first half. And on the game-winning touchdown, the play before the game-winning touchdown, Terrence Williams had a motion penalty that cost the Cowboys 5 yards. But yet, when it was time to make a play, he was ready to make a play. So that was an example of DeMarcus Lawrence and Terrence Williams moving on to the next play and being at their best when it mattered most for this Cowboys team.
I try my best to when Tony or Coach Garrett give me the chance to make a play, to not let them down, and I take that to heart, to just not make bad plays, and the more I think I keep trying to find ways to help out Tony, Tony and Dez and Witt, then the better we can be, because whenever they see one-on-one coverage, they're the best at what they do. And so my job is just to to keep it going and make people play honest.
In Detroit, you know what they're going to be talking about tomorrow. They're going to be talking about the pass interference penalty that wasn't the ghost pass interference penalty. You and I both have covered this league for more than 20 years. I've never seen them call a penalty, mark it off, and then take it away. And that to me was what was so bad about this call, whether it was right or wrong. And we're going to argue that all day, and there's going to be two different versions of this thing on whether it was the right call or the wrong call. But I've never actually seen it marked off like that and then taken away.
Right.
That was amazing to me.
A huge play in the game, and certainly there was controversy on both sides, and certainly you saw Dez Bryant out on the field without a helmet, which also could have been a penalty. He could have been flagged for that. He probably should have been flagged for that, being out on the field arguing that play without a helmet. Certainly from the Cowboys' point of view, it was the right call.
So Dez, on that call against Hitchens,
Yeah.
you did make your way pretty far out on the field. Looks like you had a nice little chat with the refs.
I did not. The ref really wasn't even listening to nothing that I was saying. You know, I just gave him my opinion. I just thought it was a bad call. You know, he blocking me out. He telling me, you know, to get back. You know, and the coaches, they grabbed me. I thought since the play was dead, it's okay.
Dez, what about Tony and his ability to kind of hang with it? It wasn't the type of game he's had in the last month, but on that last drive, he had some pretty big throws.
Tony's a beast, man. No pressure. He handled it very well. And we had to, you know, Terrence came through and he made a huge play for him. You know, he wanted, man. And when you know that somebody wanted the way that Tony wants it, you guys to back him up. And that's what I preach all day and every day.
We are on to Green Bay. Can you believe it? The Cowboys in the divisional round of the playoffs. Romo now 2-6 in winner-go-home games, has his second playoff win. And the Cowboys are headed there with high hopes. They think they can get this thing rolling on to Seattle and then from there to the Super Bowl. But we'll see one game at a time, as Jason Garrett likes to say. For Clarence Hill, I'm Shireen Williams. Join us later this week for Talking Cowboys. Waiting to see, can he play at that all-pro level? He's really close now, and I think another year or two, I think he's going to be right there with the top one or two cornerbacks in this league